Hello everyone, welcome to EduCraft World YouTube channel. My name is Johnson and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to choose the right hosting plan for your WordPress website. There are so many different types of website hosting companies and website hosting plans that choosing the right one that matches your choice may actually be a daunting task to accomplish. But not to worry, in this video, I'm going to tell you the main things you need to know before deciding on the right website hosting plan for your WordPress website or blog. I'm not going to focus on the website hosting companies, rather on their hosting plans. Just make sure you watch this video to the end so that you can understand all that you must know. It is actually very important that you watch this video to the end because you must not miss any of the points or else you must go ahead to choose the wrong hosting plan. So before we delve into the tutorial proper, do not forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, hit the share button, and also the notification icon so that you can be aware when we post on new videos. To choose or consider the right hosting plan, you must be conversant with the different types of hosting. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be talking about 7 different types of website hosting. Number one on the list is the shared hosting. Now, this is the basic shared hosting, and it is the most affordable type of hosting. And most people actually start with this plan until they are able to afford other expensive plans. But I strictly advise that you only use this if you are just starting out and don't have much traffic. Once you have a lot of traffic coming in, you need to change your plan to the main WordPress hosting or any other plans I'm going to be mentioning in this tutorial later. And the truth is, once your traffic increases, you're posting regularly, you tend to easily use up your bandwidth when you're using this um, hosting plan, your disk space and CPU resources. And these are really serious issues that can make your site, go offline for hours. I've actually seen websites I'm using this plan that have gone completely offline until you actually get additional add-ons. When I say items, I'm actually referring to additional resources such as memory space, bandwidth, and extra CPU resources, even extra disk space too. Now, the hosting company may actually advise that you get this, and that is if you are not changing your hosting plan. Now, the second type of hosting is the managed WordPress hosting. Here, you are provided with a cPanel as a leverage to be able to manage your WordPress hosting and website. It also has additional features that are better than the basic shared hosting. Most include services that are beyond the main WordPress features that provide an extendable platform to make the service more robust. So, if you actually are currently using the shared hosting, you can actually switch over to the WordPress to the main cPanel WordPress hosting. And you also need to be aware that it's not currently all hosting website hosting platform um, that actually has WordPress hosting. But for those that have it, you can actually switch over to it. The third on the list is the managed WooCommerce hosting. Now, this type of hosting website hosting plan is being offered by few WordPress hosting companies at the moment, and it is specifically based on WooCommerce or e-commerce for those who want to set up an online store or shop. If you have in mind to set up an online shop or store, I advise that you strictly look for platforms that actually offer these because they provide you with the best resources and best add-ons that you're going to need to actually make your WooCommerce hosting successful. The fourth on my list is the reseller hosting plan. Now, it is strictly meant for those who want to resell hosting plan. For example, if you're a website design company, that you design to have, you can actually require a reseller account where you host different hosting accounts for your client. Now, this means that you don't need to open a different hosting accounts to actually work with your client. You already have a reseller account hosting plan. So under the hosting plan, you get to host different website under it for your client. So it means that you have one secure platform that you actually manage all your client's website. Number five on the list is the cloud hosting. Now, cloud hosting makes application and website accessible using cloud resources. Unlike traditional hosting, resources are not deployed on a single server. Instead, a network of connected virtual and physical cloud servers across the continent actually host the application or website and make it available to those browsers depending on the country from which they are browsing. Now, this actually ensure greater flexibility, scalability, and actually lot of speed in loading time. Now, number six on the list is the virtual private server, which is also known as the VPS. Now, VPS hosting is the type of hosting that is suited for people who have actually outgrown shared hosting. Now, shared hosting that I've explained before is where multiple sites reside on a single web server with shared hosting and no guarantee of resources. Whereas VPS will allow fewer users to share allocated segments of hard drive space, memory, and processor power. Now, each user on a VPS server has access to a virtual machine running its own copy of an operating system. And this allows customers using VPS hosting to experience similar capabilities and performance to a dedicated server for the site. Number seven on the list is dedicated server. With this, you get a dedicated server machine and 100% of the resources are actually for you. Unlike shared hosting, where you have to share the resources of the server with other people's website hosting. Now, let me make this more clear. Now, when you talk about the first one that we mentioned, um, which is the shared hosting. A shared hosting is like, let's say, for example, there's just a single room apartment, and and you come into that room to live there. Then you have other people also come in to join you. Now, when only you, when you're the only person living in that room, you actually make use of all the resources, the chairs, the table, the cooking materials. Only you use it. Then someone else join you, and you share the same thing. It's not like you buy more of the chairs or the table or the cooking materials, but the person that comes in actually share what you have with you. That's shared hosting. So you can have like three, four people join you in that particular room to share that particular resources that you didn't even include on. You know what's going to happen over time. That is what shared hosting is all about. And then now when you come to dedicated hosting, a server is hosting is actually the direct opposite of the shared hosting because only your website get all the resources. You don't share it with anyone. But then when it comes to VPS is actually in between. It's in between the uh, shared hosting and the dedicated server hosting. All that being said, there are four things that you should consider when deciding a hosting package. No matter the type of hosting plan, you just must consider these four things. Number one is the speed. Now, this will depend on the type of hosting plan that you actually choose. Here, you'll find out how fast your website is going to load in terms of speed. If your website doesn't load fast, it's actually going to affect your overall website SEO and also decrease user engagement. Nobody's ready to wait for like a minute, two, three before your website loads. They will actually click the back button to visit another website that actually loads faster than yours. So you don't want to lose customers, you don't want to lose visitors to your site. So make sure that speed, how fast your website is going to load in terms of speed, is something you actually consider when determine the kind of hosting plan you want to make use of. Now, the second one is support. Now, does this hosting company that you want to use or that you have in mind have provide needed support in all ramification of website hosting when you run into any issue? When you send an email to them, does it take time for them to respond? Do they respond immediately? When you go online to chat to them, you press a phone call through. Is just somebody ready to actually answer your call? You need to consider strongly the type of support you'll be getting from the hosting platform you finally decide to host your site on. One thing is sure, there are going to be issues with the website. When you host your website on any plan, there are going to be issues that you will need a rectification for. So, would they be available? Would they be online 24 hours to actually answer you? The third one is security. Security is a must to actually consider because in the long run you may waste time, resource, and lose money and your entire work. You actually need to find out if the following are available. Do they provide a free SSL certificate? which is a must-have nowadays. Some would not actually install the SSL certificate right away for you. Some expect you to actually do it. So in one of, I'm going to put the link in the description below how you can actually install free SSL certificate on your WordPress website. Now, another thing you need to consider is this: do they provide a platform to scan for vulnerability on your website? Do they provide potent measures against brute force attack or other forms of hacking? What's the specialty? Does the hosting company provide any special feature for WordPress users? Do they provide any speed optimization specialty? Now, these are the basic four things that you actually need to consider. One, speed, support, security. Three things. Three, actually, not four: speed, support, and security. So, in conclusion, now that you have these basic answers to how to choose the right website hosting plan for your WordPress site, you should be able to determine the right hosting plan for your website or blog. Also have it in mind that the numbers of websites that you're estimating, you can't actually fully estimate, but then the number of visitors to your website will also determine the plan you will need to upgrade to in the future. If you're currently using a shared hosting, if you're getting more visitors, it's either you move to the VPS or you move to the dedicated WordPress hosting. You may actually start out with a shared hosting plan and then proceed to a VPS, cloud hosting, or dedicated WordPress hosting as your customer base and visit to your website also increases. All right. Thank you for staying with me to the end of this video tutorial for today. And do not forget to hit the notification button, subscribe, and also like the video. Also, do not forget to share because someone out there may actually need information in this video tutorial. Thank you.